What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Monday, January 10th. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter, @Josh Engleman, only place you get updates to my sims as we get closer to lock. Let me know in the comments section who is your favorite and least favorite of my contenders for today's slate. Finally, shout out to No House Advantage for being the presenting sponsor of this video. Use the promo code Awesemo when signing up to get up to $25 on your first deposit. Now we're rounding out the bottom of my top 10 with Christian Wood, Robert Covington, De'Aaron Fox, Alec Burks, and Hassan Whiteside on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. In first at number 5, we've got 5K, Nassir Little, small forward, power forward eligible, projected for 31. The goal is 36. He's in the optimal lineup 22% of the time. He's just going to have more and more opportunity with the guys that are out for Portland. They're missing Dame, they're missing CJ, they're missing Norm Powell, they're missing Larry Nance. That's 4 starters. 33 minutes for Nassir Little, 0.94, not 1.94. He'd be number 1 then. 0.94 fantasy points per minute in this spot. Pace up against Brooklyn. 14 points, 8 boards, 2 assists, a steal, a block. Just does a little bit of everything. You're hoping for the double-double, but at 5K across small forward and power forward, I think he's a really nice value given what's going on in Portland. At number 4, we're going to Furkan Korkmaz, shooting guard, small forward, so you get the best possible positioning. You get shooting guard, small forward, guard forward utility, 4,900, projected for 30, goals 36, optimal lineup 22% of the time. He's playing big minutes with some of these guys out. No Maxey still, no Shake. 33 minutes, 0.9 fantasy points per minute, 15 points, 5.5 boards, 3 assists, and a steal. Great matchup. It's a pace-up spot. They gain 2.5 possessions over their average. They take on a Houston team that isn't very good, both defensively and overall. So this is a sign that Korkmaz is very easy to use. No matter what sort of lineup you're trying to build, a guy that can play in 5 of the 8 positions at a sub 5K price tag is always going to be valuable. Speaking of guys that can play all 5 positions, Lonnie Walker in at number 3, slightly cheaper version of Furkan Korkmaz, shooting guard, small forward eligible, so yay again. 4,200, projected for 28, goals 33, optimal lineup 23% of the time. I'm giving him 30 minutes, 0.94 fantasy points per minute, 25% usage, 16 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, and a stock. Now, it's a massive pace down spot against the Knicks. That part looks really bad, but Lonnie Walker's just got a different role. No Derek White, no Keldon Johnson. I know I'm missing some other guys as well that are still out. So Lonnie Walker stepping into a bigger role. I think 30 minutes, he could conceivably play 32 or 34. I think 30 seems like the most likely scenario. But again, he fits in any construction you want. The price tag just works. And when you can be in 5 different lineup spots at the same, like whenever you want, shooting guard, small forward, guard forward utility, that makes Lonnie Walker look really good today. Back to Portland now for number 2, Anfernee Simons, point guard, shooting guard eligible, only 6,400, projected for 37.5. The goal's 42. He's in the optimal lineup 23% of the time. I gave him 34 minutes. Again, no Dame, no CJ, no Norm Powell, no Larry Nance. He's a fantasy point per minute guy in these spots. 26% usage, big time bump there. 21 points, 5 assists, 4 boards, maybe a steal. It's a pace up spot against Brooklyn. You're not super worried about the Nets defense. And if this game goes well for the Nets and Portland is in it, somebody's got to do the scoring because we know that the Nets offense isn't going to have a ton of problems. So for this game to stay close, you think like Portland's going to have to perform and have pretty good fantasy days. I actually like targeting this game quite a bit. The problem is the Nets side doesn't look all that great with Kyrie Irving in. But for now, if you want to get to the Portland side, I love Simons. I like getting to Nassir Little. Plenty to like for Portland. Maybe even more. Now, before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter @Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments who your favorite plays are, and then go sign up at No House Advantage using the promo code Awesemo. The number 1 contender for today's slate is not close. That is center eligible Jusuf Nurkic, 7K, projected for 48. The goal is 45. Yes, he hits that goal 64% of the time. He's in the optimal lineup 41% of the time. Again, no Dame, no CJ, no Norm Powell, no Larry Nance. Nurkic can play as many minutes as he wants. I gave him 33, 1.46 fantasy points per minute because he gets a massive usage bump, a massive rebounding bump, a massive everything bump with all of those guys off. 19 points, 13.5 rebounds in an absolutely perfect rebounding matchup against Brooklyn. It's a pace up spot. He also gets 5 assists, 2.5 stocks. The Nets don't have anybody that's going to slow him down. This spot looks incredible, and that's why you see such a high optimal percentage here. Jusuf Nurkic, unquestionably my number one play for today. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Monday, January 10th. FanDuel version of this video is around here somewhere. Check it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win that money. We're back again tomorrow morning for another edition of the Contenders.